Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is 5 things we learned from Manchester United 3, Luton Town 0 in the Carabo Cup. Manchester United win 3-0 and this is my post-match reaction and thoughts / 5 things we learnt from that game. Now 3-0 I think is quite a generous scoreline to Manchester United because up until we brought on the 3 subs, it was quite an equal game. It was a pretty boring game until obviously Bruno, Greenwood and Rashford came on. But we won 3-0. Mata scored a penalty that was won by Williams. Greenwood set up Rashford, then Bruno set up Greenwood. And I have to say I'm very happy that Marcus Rashford scored because I think that will do him loads of good in terms of his confidence. And in today's video I'm going to be discussing 5 things we learnt from Manchester United 3, Luton 0. Now first things first, you've got to hit that like button if you're happy we won, and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new. Share this video and let's get into it. Now first things first, I think what we learnt from this game is we need more bench depth. Our reserve team is not good enough. I thought, Mata had some good moments. I thought Donny van de Beek was very good. He was getting into all the right places. But Carabo, come on, he's not good enough. Mata, he's kind of past it. I thought Lingard was good today, but the difference between Fernandes, Greenwood and Rashford and Carabo and Mata was massive. They changed the game. Rashford's goal was Fernandes controlling it really well, passing it to Greenwood, controlling it really well. Rashford scored, and Greenwood's goal was obviously assisted by Fernandes. And I think this proves that we need to buy attacking depth because we're in the Champions League. We can't have Greenwood, Rashford and Fernandes playing every game this season, and when they don't play, there's a drop-off, and that's why we need a player like Jadon Sancho. And I think it just shows something that we kind of already knew before this game, but our reserves aren't good enough. We need some more thirsty quality. There's a big gap in difference. The difference when those 3 subs came on was absolutely massive. How the quality was absolutely massive. So that is my first point. Manchester United, they need to invest in some players. Now talking in investing in players, we are linked to a left back and Alex Tellers, and this brings me to my second point. Brandon Williams needs to be a backup right back, not a backup left back. Why? Because he is right-footed. There was a point in the first half where I think Van de Beek passed it to him and he could have just first tapped it into the box, but then he pulls it back on his right foot and he slows down play. Like, I like Brandon Williams, I think he's a good player, but we're not getting the best out of him because he slows down play when he goes forward because he always has to pull it back onto his right foot. Now if we get that Tellers deal over the line, there's Luke Shaw, there's Tellers on the left, and then Wan-Bissaka has a bit more competition on the right with Brandon Williams, because I think Brandon Williams would be a much better player as a right back, and I think we saw that in today's game. He won the penalty, he did misplace a few passes. I don't think he was bad, I don't think he was good today, but he did slow down play, and I think that's because he's not left-footed, he's not quite balanced on that left. So I think we need to see Brandon Williams as a right back. Third point, which again kind of links in with all my other points, is I think Van de Beek needs quality around him. I really want to see Van de Beek play with the first team, play with the likes of Bruno, Rashford and Greenwood, because Van de Beek is a player that is very intelligent in a sense as he gets into all the key areas. The amount of times Van de Beek was making runs into the box and I'm like, pick it out Lingard. Or, I thought Lingard had a great game and I'll get into that, but Van de Beek was making multiple runs into the box. He was in the right areas at the right time, he was doing passes. He's a very intelligent player in terms of his movement, and I think if we can get Van de Beek linking up with Rashford, Martial and Greenwood, it's going to be really exciting to see him, because I thought he was doing everything right, but he just didn't have that quality around him. And I thought Lingard was probably the standout player in the first half, but I was also impressed by Van de Beek and what he was sort of doing off the ball. He just didn't get the ball enough, and yeah, I just think that Van de Beek needs quality around him, and I really think we need to see Van de Beek the quality around him, because if Bruno Fernandes was doing that same game, he can't do it all. Bruno Fernandes might have struggled, but as soon as you got Rashford and Greenwood to provide to, the touches that Rashford and Greenwood took to control the ball down. The second goal, you could tell there was just such a big difference in quality with the second goal, and I think that's why I really want to see Van de Beek play with the first team. My fourth point is Lingard, first half man of the match. Now I thought the first half was poor. I thought Manchester United were poor. I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed with the first half. I was bored, I was yawning, but I thought the one bright spot in the first half was probably Jesse Lingard. I think he was really trying, he was making some runs off the ball, he was trying to make things happen. Though he's a little bit narrow at times and I don't think he's possibly a winger, but I thought that, I'm going to give Jesse Lingard some credit because he's been poor lately, but do you know what? Towards the end of the season he has got better, and I still think we need to sell Lingard, but I think out of Mata, Lingard and Pereira, Right now I'd say Lingard is our brightest player and probably worth the most. Now, was he playing to maybe impress the likes of Tottenham? Who knows, but I have to say that Lingard was my probably man of the match. I'm actually going to say my man of the match was Greenwood just because he got a goal and assist in 10 minutes and he came on and basically changed the game. But I think my first half man of the match was Jesse Lingard. I'm going to give him credit because I thought Jesse Lingard was very impressive today. Now, my fifth and final point is Manchester United are playing too narrow. Now, I kind of mentioned this in the Crystal Palace game, but we like to play out from the back. But we're not really using the width, and when we do use the width, it's sort of down the right, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka's not attacking fullback. And down the left are all right-footed, so it's quite hard to play out from the back, and we're playing out from the back quite centrally, which slows us down, and we're not getting the ball out from the back quick enough. You know, I thought Fred did a solid job today, but we're playing too narrow. I've got a graph, which I'm going to put on the screen. This graph that I'm going to put on the screen is Manchester United's average positions after 37 minutes. There's no width, really, especially on the left. Pretty much everyone's central, and there's right side of width, but no Terra teammate to be effective. Now, I got this graph from the United Arena on Twitter, so go check them out. But there's just a lack of width, and I think one, the lack of width on the left could be something to do with Brandon Williams being right-footed, and two, we are playing too centrally, which I think is slowing us down. I think we've been playing quite centrally lately, and maybe that's due to the less quality on the width in this game, but I do want to point that out. Now, let me know your thoughts on the Manchester United versus Luton game. We won 3-0, first win of the season, Greenwood goal, Rashford goal. Let's get into it. I'm happy overall with the win. Performance a bit boring, but the last 10 minutes was good. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe down below, share this video, and I'll see you next time.